This reading is for single Gemini men. And Laurel says, single Gemini men and the few of you who aren't actually single but think you are in your head. Oh, do I even want to know what that means, Laurel? Okay. She pulled 2 Viking cards for you. And one of them is about clear thinking, clear communication, and clear action is imperative at this time. And I know it's a little strange to be talking to Gemini men about communication, since communication falls under the sign of Mercury, which rules Gemini. But you're twins, okay? So there's 2 of you, and they're not always doing the same thing or in agreement with the same thing or interested in the same parts of your life. So you really need to integrate the twins so that they communicate the same thing. And if you have more than one Gemini planet, well, every planet you have that's in Gemini adds 2 more twins to the mix. So integrating all of the twins and making them work together, or at least know what the other one is doing, it's very important right now. Clear, better communication, more organization, and appropriate action is what that card is about. The other card is about a new enterprise. There's something that you've been thinking about for a while, some of you for quite a while, and it's an idea, it's a concept. You're kind of excited about it, and you've been holding it close like a secret for a while. Now is the time to go forth with that. The cards, the gods are assisting, and your hard work in this will bring you the success you expect. So go for it. But be clear on your communications, because you think you're being perfectly clear, and they talk to one Gemini, and then they talk to the other Gemini, and the story's a little different. I know, because last time Laurel had a buddy, she was a Gemini. And she wants you to have one of these oracles. Oh, messages, messages, messages. Information is coming to you through your intuition. Information is coming to you in your dreams. If you meditate, I know some people think meditation is just sitting there silently with your legs crossed. It's not. If you're an active person and you work out, there's a zen, there's a rhythm where the world sort of drops away if you're somebody who works out, and you get into that rhythm, whether it's running or weightlifting or rowing or whatever the hell it is. That's a form of meditation for you. And data is coming through, and you are not listening to it. That's more of that communication stuff. It's not only about what you're saying, it's about what you're receiving. And though it's being given, you're not paying attention, especially to the stuff that comes from the other realms. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands and the Temperance card at the top of the spread. That's the overall energy. We have the Maiden of Wands with the King of Pentacles. Do you even know what these cards mean? Should I even bother with this shit? Laurel says no. Just read the fucking cards. Okay, Laurel. The Queen of Wands seems to have rule over your life at the moment. Even though you're supposed to be single, I don't know if she's the woman that you would think about, lust after, that you have to work with. She could be an ex-wife. She could be an ex-girlfriend. She could be the one hell of a one that got away. She could be... We're going to find out who she is. And I'm sure she's a little different for everybody. But there is a choice that has to be made, and the Temperance card is there. And Temperance is about finding a balance. The Temperance is about owning your emotions and balancing them. Oh, one of the aspects of this card was about knowing that you own, and you inherited positive and negative traits from your ancestors, and that you need to know them and own them and be aware of when you use them, the light and the dark. And Temperance wants you to balance all of that. And there's a choice. And there's a message. What the hell is all this about? Let's get some other cards. Carl, you got anything? Do you have anything to say, darling? Oh, well, there's another woman involved. That does not look good. Okay. That woman is an air sign. She is a Libra or another Gemini or an Aquarius. This is a different woman. There seems to be some connection with that woman. I'll get more cards. This is another woman, and you met her at a gathering place, a place where people gather, a park, a community event. I guess it could even be a dating site or an online thing. If you belong to a group, like your preppers or something. But she is also part of the overall influence. So let's get a little more data on the Queen of Wands. We don't know what sign this one is. Oh, the sexy one with her shirt open. We don't know who she is yet. Odds are she's... Laurel. Odds are she's a water sign if she's walking around with her boobs out. Thank you, Laurel. And stop being rude to water signs. You just said that because I'm a Scorpio. Oof. The Queen of Wands is a snake. Or at least she's acting like one right now. Something has riled her up. You know, you leave a snake alone, they don't bother you. Someone has stepped on her, gotten too close to her nest. Gotten too close to her nest. Whoever she is, she thought she was steering your future. And I don't think she is anymore. She had plans for you. Whether you knew it or not, or whether you were together and got apart. She had future plans for you. And, yeah, that's love. And something's happened to upset her. So maybe she's a sociopath and just made something up. Or maybe you've done something to upset her, which is a very not good thing to do. You were told not to rock the boat. Find a balance with that woman, whoever she is. She had your life, your relationship. Whether or not you had one, in her head, there was already one. She had it planned out. And something not good. Something has disrupted her plans drastically, because there's a snake on one side of that and the storm clouds on the other. I'm guessing the storm is her. Okay. Let's get another card on the the water sign is Laurel Coils there. For those of you who don't know, that's a Scorpio, a Cancer, or a Pisces. Okay, you're not getting along well with women, are you? Because this is an argument. A rather heated, abrupt argument. This is okay, it's very convoluted. I got it. You're gonna share the convolution with me, Missy? Okay. That was a relationship, or is a relationship that you are moving toward. That night is offering a romance, a date, and the Three of Cups. Something. Maybe a party. And then the Fool happened. Something unexpected, something very abrupt, something you didn't see coming happened, and there was an argument. Oh, what are you doing? Get back in the pile. You may not be on good terms with her either. There's a decision that you made or you have to make. What do we got over here in Pixie cards? Oof, that decision's been made. That is the Broom and the Whip. So I'd say that decision was made, and she's out. You're not talking to her. Whatever you did, whatever she did, whatever happened, that the Water Woman is not really available to you either. The Fox and the Bear are facing off. The Fox wants to move forward, sail into the future. And the Bear says no. You have to protect the child. I don't even want to know what this means. All right. She's like, just fucking tell him. I'm gonna need a cigarette for this one. Okay. For some of you, she says more specifically, the ones who think you're single in your head, there was a relationship with this woman, and you behaved like the snake, and disrupted her plans for a happy future with you. And now there's a storm over there. I guess your intention was to go leave this woman and go with the new one you met at that meeting place. And there was an argument between you there, but you still wanted to move forward in that direction. Except there's some sort of sneaky behavior that had to be dealt with before you moved forward, and the bear is blocking your path, telling you, no, there's the child you have to be concerned about. I don't know who the child is. I don't think I want to know. Pretty sure she belongs with that woman over there. Okay. You Geminis, what have you gotten yourself into now? Well, here's the Knight of Wands. That would be Gemini male. On the gallop, away from the spread. And away from the Three of Swords, which is a rather painful breakup. Depending on the cards that come with it, it's a death. It feels like death. You wish you were dead. Or it can be divorce, if you are actually married. But since this was a spread for men who were... Is this actually for single men, Laurel, or is this just for the guys who are single in their head? She says you all benefit from it. Some of you will just learn what not to do. Okay. Yeah, I would say that's a divorce. That's the Journey card. He's moving on, moving out. Whatever his life was, it's not. But the journey, there are expectations attached to the journey concerning a mature woman. Does this get any more convoluted? You got any more surprises for me, Laurel? It's not my cards, just read them. Okay, I'm going to just read them. You've got two women at the top. One is pissed. And I'm guessing you cheated on her and were going to leave her. That woman you had an argument with, but you're thinking about going back to her. But there's a child blocking your path. Holy bat crap. All right. Over here we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is generally an earth sign. Is this him or somebody else? Come on, Laurel. Oof. Okay. Oh, one of those cards said that if you were involved in a court case, you would do favorably. And Laurel said that some of you will do very well, and some of you will do better than you thought you would. Stop. Okay, well, at least it's not ringing anymore. And you do well in the court case. Question is, what's it about? Ooh, about being a false person. I think that queen up there is going to suit you. But you do better than you thought. It has something to do with your reputation. There is a message that comes to you. For some of you, it comes to your lawyer. Okay. What am I doing here? There's a message that comes to your lawyer over that court case that enables you to do much better than you thought you would. Laurel, she says for a few of you, the Queen of Wands up there has no business being pissed because she's been stooping one of the yard boys. Okay, Laurel. For a few of you, the woman you were cheating on has cheated on you too. Oh. she said that if she turns up pregnant, definitely get a paternity test. Oh, Christ's eyes. What have you Geminis been up to? Oh, boys, get your shit together. Try not to get in so much trouble. Oh, my God. It's probably a good idea you had that argument with her and just left her out of this mess. Because this is a mess. Or is this the woman you're going after on that journey? Oh, leave her alone. You've already made a mess of everything. Geminis. And yet, what's in the center of the spread is the Empress. And I would say that she could be an enterprise, she could be, a new beginning, a new start, something you've been working toward, but it comes with the family room card. And what do you got, Laurel? You're such a smart ass. It also comes with the Four of Cups. This man is crying over what he's lost. He's focused on what he's lost, and he doesn't realize that there is still a cup waiting for him. And cups are emotion. Why do you have 4 of them? What are you Geminis up to? Oh, sweet goddess. I was married to one of you, and I won't do that again. For some of you, this is the strongest woman in your life. It is your mother. For others of you, it is that woman. That ship may have sailed. And for others of you, you have taken the one that you had the argument with, that you're going to be traveling towards, and put her in that position. I think those 4 cups are more, for some of you, it's trying to decide where your odds are best. Oh, God, yes. Fungal. Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. We're not going into that any deeper. We're done with that one. All right. There is the burden that needs to be laid down, which would probably be all of this chaos you have to go through in whichever version is yours. That is the 10 of Wands, and not going to get through it as quickly as you wanted. We have the Hanged Man. He's not actually hanging. It's not by his throat. He's not really that much pain, but he is stalled. And things have to fall into place. Processes have to be, well, some of them have to be served or gone through, depending on what you're doing. So Laurel says, while you're hanging around waiting to clean up this mess, start working on that thing that's in your head. Sometime in the next 8 weeks, you will have to deal with this card. This is you lying, sneaking around, checking to see if anybody's watching you. Yeah, that, it's not her, because she already knows. That's going to come to light. Oh, shit. Did you or did you not tell that one that you were already otherwise occupied? Oh, Geminis. Yeah. You're going to have to be talking about this. You're going to have to talk about it. You're going to have to explain yourself and your behavior. I have no idea who it is. We have the Lover's card and the Three of Pentacles. What on earth have you gotten yourself into, Gemini? Well, you have a wee bit of a mountain to climb over to get through this. That 3 is negotiation, planning, working together, teamwork. In some occasions, it's because you're in a menage a trois, a 3-way relationship. And you got some splaining to do for that one. Oof. What is that about? While you're hanging around, it's time to do a good and thorough house cleaning. That would be that card I told you about, the Viking card. It's time to thoroughly examine your behavior, the good and the bad that you got from your ancestors, and really, really analyze them and your behavior with other people and how you treat them. Because I'm sure that you think that you are just the sweetest guy in town. But that mess, yeah, that's not good. So you need to examine your behavior. Look at how you've treated these women. Oh, Laurel, don't tell me this shit. He said some of you are serial cheaters. Several of you have entire stable of women. I don't want to know about it. Okay, you know how I feel about cheating, Laurel. No more, I don't want to hear. Like that would stop when I don't actually hear with those ears. However, the business thing, that concept you had in your head, that flies. That's the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. That's the beginning and the end. That's the concept, the design, the idea, working it through, and this is the payoff. So, your emotional life may suck, and you have a lot of mea culpas, and a lot of sorries, and a lot of apologies, and a lot of explaining. But don't forget to explain it to yourself. What drives you to this behavior? What drove you to this behavior? Have you done it more than once? Why? You need to go deep inside with that card. And part of that communication is communicating with yourself. Understanding who you are and why you do the things that you do. And sometimes it's, childhood trauma. Sometimes it's a loss. But you really need to get to the bottom of it, because you can't keep going on and doing this. It's not. Sooner or later, it's going to cost you everything. Because whatever's driving you to it only gets deeper or bigger. For some of you, I see this empty pit inside you. And this serial cheating or stable of women is a need to fill an emotional void that you don't even recognize anymore. You just buried it so deeply, and you need to stop screwing everything and go deep inside yourself. Find where you live, find your home, find out where that problem started. Because when you do, what it brings you is peace. It brings you joy. It brings you happiness. It brings you a silence that you don't know. And then it can actually bring you someone that you could love deeply and truly and fully. You can't ever give all of you to them, to one, because of that hole inside you, and you keep going out and looking to fill it with something else. And that's not the answer. You have to go in and explore that darkness and begin to fill it in yourself. When you do that, when you go and find your home, find where you live, find why you do those things, that is your anchor. That is where you find your security and your stability and a chance for the life that you really, really want. With a woman who will make you happy. But it's a lot of shit you got to dig up. Because once you get down there and you look at what's missing, what happened, what caused this, you then have to look at all the pain that you have caused for not looking at it. That is your karmic burden to deal with. If you lure people in and not tell them that they're part of a third-party relationship and lead them on, then the pain that you cause is on you. You have the death card twice. You have the coffin here, and you have the sarcophagus over there. That is the need to go deep inside. Find your demons. Find your darkness. Roll around in it. Own it. Get it under control. Find out why it's there. What it's hungry for. Because it's not just one broad after another. That's not going to fill that hole. It's emotional. The moon rules emotion. The moon rules water. Water is emotion. It rules women. The moon has no light of its own. It gains its light from the sun. And we don't know what's on the dark side of the moon because there's no light there. But you need to go and explore the dark side of your emotions where you haven't looked in a very long time and find out what it is. What made you so sad? And for Laurel says, for a very, very, very few of you, it's a loss that you brought with you from a past lifetime. But you need to do that. You need to go in and find that before you can find true peace, happiness, joy, and the ability to be faithful, honorable. Okay, last two cards down. About the business. It's all about the money. It's about the money. It's about the money. That is probably over. It's very hard to forgive cheating. Very, very hard to forgive cheating. Because it's always there and you're always wondering when they're going to do it again. That one, she may have sailed on by the time you get to the bottom of your shit, and you really should not approach her before you get to the bottom of your shit. But you're not going to listen. You're going to go anyway. Okay. And you'll probably have to answer for this shit down the bottom when you get there. But the new project is good. The new concept that you've conceived, new way to make money, is good. You have beginning to end, the project is financially successful and sound. You have the Six of Swords, which it means eventually you will get out of this difficult situation. Fucking Geminis, man, you always skate. Laurel used to do it to me all the time when she was a kid. And there is negotiation and waiting for your ships to come in. You know that it's a good, solid thing, and it's just a matter of time before it brings you financial reward and success and the star. First, you're going to have to deal with the Sword of Truth. To try to remember when wielding this sword, it's double-edged. If you get too arrogant and too crazy with it, you could cut your own head off. You're probably not going to like that. So Gemini men. Boy, I can't even. Oh, I could have done without this reading. I am joyfully going to go out and feed the goats just to get away from this energy. Again, she said it was for single Gemini men, but I have a feeling it was really more for the ones who think they're single in their head. Which I guess would mean cheaters. I don't know. I don't want to touch this anymore. I'm going to go now. Okay. I hope this helped, gentlemen. Oh, stay out of trouble.